even
So you
need.
just went to him and be like, this is what we're building, this is what we're doing. Coinbase and Panthera, we have active offers from both of them. What can you do?
I think these are more follow-ons. So they like lead already gets confirmed, and
The
then
lead is Panthera, right?
yeah.
So it got confirmed. So you went to Naval and be like, my lead is confirmed already. Panthera is investing this much in us. How much do you want to invest? Or is it more like, hey, we want advice to build this?
Yes, I mean it's more like a follow-on then. Like we are raising around, but we also want you. Now the follow-ons with us, it doesn't work like they want to invest. We are like, okay, we need you. You can be very helpful to us. You have a good network. So with follow-ons, it's more like how we can, because the maximum amount of funds you get is from the lead. So you solve the money problem. Now you need to solve the network or credibility problem. So that's where the follow-on comes. That's when you make sure your angels who are putting the small checks are very well curated.
So the Balaji is big in crypto community. Naval is big in that community. People like these, जब ये आपकी cap table पे आते हैं, क्या help होती है इनसे? कुछ help होती है कि नहीं, बनाना तो खुद को ही पड़ता है?
नहीं, product building तो it's again founder. We can't expect investor to do it, because if they're doing it, then what we are doing it. So, but
उनसे क्या help होती है?
I think it's first, I think their backing in itself is a very big thing. They believed in us. That's I think majority of parties like solved, like, okay, there's someone who is believing in us, who had built something influential before. So that's another benefit is just networks. You can just DM them anytime and you can just like, hey, can you connect with us? We're raising another round. Can you connect with us on other investors? So it's on you how you are actually leveraging their network and how well you are leveraging.
Did you leverage?
Yeah, I mean, I did texted here and there anytime I needed some help.
Did it help?
Yeah, it did help. I'm meeting Balaji next month, October, in Network School. There's an event.
Singapore, huh?
So we kind of connected and can text anyone. And if it sounds appealing, they will actually.
No, do they help? Has it ever helped you till now?
Yeah, it did help. How? I think angels help the best. Like, first the backdoors is one, and the networks they have, they are well connected people. I mean, if you can tell them, hey, we need to connect with them and this is what we want, they will. I mean, that's a very big value prop, because getting to know some third person directly, but someone is referring you. So let's call it like Balaji introduced us to Naval. Naval is never directly investing in us. But now there's a referral. This is the first case. So, I mean, if you articulate it like it does help. The network does help. Not too visible, but it does help.
So at some stage, some scale, it will help eventually.
Yeah, it will help. I think one more thing, you need to be very grounded. You raise your first round and you're like, okay, I'm a good star, I can do something, but you never know how life will turn around. Like, you don't need who you connected today, how they're going to be helpful down the line, or how you can be helpful to them. It could be anything, but you need to be very grounded if you really want to be. So, yeah, even at earlier stage, I was also like, okay, then we got some roller coaster rides in the start, and we're like, okay, we gotta be, but yeah, it's very, very important, very important.
Tell me one failure you faced.
I don't think I see failure as a failure, because.
But one setback that you've had.
Setback, I mean, I had a lot of problems which we see as a challenges, and we need to overcome it.
What was the biggest challenge?
At different stage, it was very different. Like, I mean, it depends. At early stage of my education, it was like, I need to study, I need to make something. I failed everything. Like academically, I didn't pursue. I was doing CA. I didn't went for second level. I was doing CFA, failed level 1. In fact, I even failed BCom. So I was very like academically drained. Like, so. But I was very passionate about the other side of things. So it pays off later on. Very stressful period, but possible. And while building the startup, finding our users. Another very big outcome, like how much brand visibility you get, or whatever you get, like you're known by millions of people, or you raise the fundraise round, doesn't matter. The ultimate test is how many users you can get, how many people you are changing life for. In other ways, if you say, are people using your product? If not, all these are like very temporary. Maybe a year or two, you will die down. One of the ultimate stress tests for a startup is how well you can get the users, how sticky they are, how many lives you're changing in that. So I think with the first startup, we did for subsequent, like for few years, figuring out was a very big problem. Like figuring out like how to like actually game up. We're launching something, it gets popular for a week or two. Again, the virality goes down. I'm sure you might also have many moments in your life too. So you can relate. But a very, very big, I think things are very stable right now. But initially when we're starting out, very tricky.
What makes, in your journey of building products and actually attracting so many users, what have you learned? What makes people stick to product? Because there are so many products, and whatever you're making, maybe starting you were innovative, but in 2 months there'll be like 500 Me Too's of you, right? How do you make people stick to your platform? What do users really value? Kya banana chahiye?
I think the initial growth of any startups comes from आप अपने users के साथ कितना directly connected है. Like you need to listen them. You need to incorporate those feedback quickly in your product and make them happy. So जो आपका initial set of 100 to 1000 users, how happy they are is gonna decide the next trajectory of your whole company. So we did a lot of those things. I think one of the major feature we were like very viral about on Twitter was refinance. I mean, आपने एक बैंक से लोन लिया है, आपने SBI से लोन लिया, आपको HDFC में move करना है, you can't do it. It's a very lengthy process. On blockchain, we build a system from one protocol to another, one button click. So very, very, I mean, small thing, nobody will do it, but there was this 100 to 1000 user who wanted this. We build it and we listen them and we incorporate that in the product. I think that's what matters the most.
Got it. Well, is there any one lesson, last lesson that you want to share it with all the budding entrepreneurs? That what should they keep in mind if they want to build something, and which category they should be building and thinking in today's world?
There's a lot that can come into the mind. But whatever industry you guys are building, like whoever is listening to this, I think one of the most important thing you need to do is stay highly urgent about whatever you're doing. Like high urgency is a very important skill. I mean, it looks very cliche again, but you need to be obsessed about the problem. You need to have that kind of urgency because that's the only skill that is going to make you stand out. Looks very normal, but I can tell it based on where I am right now, the AI industry, how everything is panning out. The only skill set is going to make sense is what level of urgency you have in within yourself. It's gonna make the whole, that's gonna differentiate the winners from the losers. Let's say it that way.
And in what industry do you feel the next $1 billion company can be built?
I think all of the industry. There's a reason. We are going through a paradigm shift. You know, from industrialization to hardware, we got a new wave of billionaires. Microsoft, Apple. From hardware to software, we got a new wave of billionaires. Snapchat, Facebook, all this cloud, internet software, internet companies. Now we are moving towards intelligence age. Like now, internet and human, this is the current form. Now it's going to be internet, intelligence layer, and then human. So we're going to see a new wave of products and companies popping out. So I think it's haven't incorporated well in our life. So whatever interests you, just try to think how this new species, artificial species that we're building, intelligence, can incorporate in your lifestyle, and the next wave of billionaires are going to be from this intelligence age. So
what is a good way to start learning or maybe thinking about how can I incorporate intelligence in my world, or start thinking about how to build products in intelligence? Because someone listening this, for you, it might be very obvious and easy to just say that, okay, we're going for a paradigm shift and this is we're going from internet to intelligence and whatever, right? But for a lot of people, it's not as easy as it comes to you. Right? What should they be looking forward to? What should they be reading? What should they be maybe surfing on internet or pages to follow or the news and articles to read, or maybe just what is one prompt they should put in maybe Chat GPT or Claude that they start thinking from that framework of building something big.
I think
so that they start from basics of intelligence.
Yeah. Yeah. At some point, like I think at this point, everyone needs to somehow get exposed to this new systems, intelligence. One of the important things, as I mentioned earlier too, I think is how well you can talk to the system. So personally, I can say my best model. Like my best model is like I can mention it like Sonnet 4. I mean, it's a bit technical, but you need to have that kind of tuning with your own models, like which models you vibe with well. So I don't know the immediate step, but whatever you're doing, you need to wire your mind to just talk to this. Like you need to talk to this, just like how we were doing this Bhindi stuff and I was wired to like say whatever. Everyone needs to have that kind of wiring. The software can be anything, ChatGPT or Claude to start with, but ultimately you will find your own model. This reminds me of a meme, like, you know, there's a meme going on like, the future models are going to be these models. We're going to date all these algorithms.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so fascinating world.
So just start thinking about how well can you talk to your software?
Yes, how well you can
and
talk
how
to
well they understand you. So all the problems and the thinking and the next step that you want to take, you have that conversation with it and let that language model search entire internet to come up with solutions and things for you. And on that framework, you start building or creating the next level of things that you want to do.
Yes. I mean, it's a good start. Yeah.
Okay.
And the rest you will figure it out on the way. But yeah, that's a very good start.
That's a good start. Perfect. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you so much for coming here and spending time with me.
Yeah, very interesting conversation. Thanks for having me.
Okay, I speak to a lot of founders and I love this Elon Musk analogy because a lot of founders quote this. Because as a founder, you have, every time you see an opportunity, you want to do something about it.
Yes.
Right? And because you're like, oh, I don't want to lose this. I know that this company is going to grow and I've put in a good team to let that grow on autopilot. I can handle another project as well. Right? But
so that's also a trap, but also depends again now.
Exactly, that's a trap. And why is it also a trap? A lot of people keep quoting Elon on this, but Elon did that after unlocking billions of dollars in value for shareholders. So shareholders started trusting him with multiple projects.
Yeah, exactly.
थैंक यू सो मच ये एपिसोड एंड तक देखने के लिए. अब आपको 3 चीज़ें करनी है. सबसे पहले इस चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर लो, क्योंकि जितना आप सब्सक्राइब करोगे उतने ही बेहतर और वैल्यूएबल गेस्ट हम ला पाएंगे आपके लिए. नंबर 2, मुझे कमेंट्स में बताओ इस एपिसोड में आपको क्या अच्छा लगा और क्या गंदा लगा, ताकि हम वो मिस्टेक्स रिपीट ना कर पाए. एंड कौन से ऐसे गेस्ट हैं जो आप देखना चाहते हो वापस हमारे पॉडकास्ट पे, ताकि हम उन्हें लेके आएँ और आपको ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा वैल्यू दे पाएँ. एंड नंबर 3, ये एपिसोड किसी एक इंसान के साथ ज़रूर शेयर करना, क्योंकि one conversation can change someone's life. I'll see you next time. Until then, keep figuring out.